Welcome to the Really Rad Dad podcast, guys. Today we are shooting again with Josh Hoops at Hog Wild Arts. We're going to be touching up on a few different things today. Go over fantasy football, stonks, E3 announcement, and Hoops. You got a smoker project going on. I don't know how deep into that you are, what you want to touch on, but we can get into that, and then we'll announce something else later on. Sound good?
Yeah, some exciting stuff.
Yes, sir. All right. So what we did for fantasy football for this upcoming season is we each individually made our top 20 best player overall ranking list. I'll go over mine. We'll go like one for one, 20, 20, 19, 19.
That sounds good.
So what we did is we also did a I guess you would call it a mock fantasy draft, where you can go on the ESPN website and do it. Or what website was it, Josh?
I used the Draft Wizard app.
Okay, so we did kind of our own like test run to see how it went. So because the audio or video recording is it was a little tough to put into this, we're just going to post screenshots of our teams in this as we're going over our top 20 lists. So we'll kick it off, and if you want to start with your number 20 guy.
My number 20, gonna get some shit for this. Josh Allen.
Okay.
Nice. Bills fan. He's getting better every season. He's got a lot of weapons. I just think they're gonna get better and better.
Yeah, and I'll just start off right away by saying I think quarterbacks are very underrated in fantasy football leagues. I'm not sure why everyone's got a giant hard on for running backs.
I got a lot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I understand that, but quarterbacks just aren't valued high. When you boil it down, the highest scoring players in the league, usually 3 or 4 of them are in the top 10. So I added a little more quarterbacks than people would have traditionally. And I like you kicking it off with a quarterback to start off. So we're kind of on the same page there to start off so far, because I've got a few.
You like my 19?
Yeah. I've got Keenan Allen at number 20. Just consistent as consistent gets. I had a few other guys, Joe Mixon, I was thinking about, especially with them trying to keep it on the ground a little more with Joe Burrow, healing back from that ACL surgery. But Keenan Allen is steady Eddie, and he's got Justin Herbert back there with Austin Eckler coming back. I think he's going to be nice. So he's my 20.
I do have like an honorable mention type of list like that. So many people. I forgot Keenan somehow.
Yeah, I mean, he's been kind of I'm not saying he's fallen off at all, but
he's underrated, I think.
Yeah, for sure. You don't think of him like in that top 20 traditionally, but I think he'll get back into that zone this year, even though he's he's about 30 now. Herbert in that offense did so much last year though, so I think they'll have a nice offense.
Yeah, and he's still relatively new quarterback.
Right, they'll only get better.
Yep.
So you're 19, yeah.
My number 19, I had Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, Mahomes.
Only edged him out over Allen. Allen's my boy. I only edged him out because he's a great quarterback, obviously. They lost the Super Bowl last year. I think they're going to have a little steam this year. Try to get that title back.
Yeah. Well, they built up that offensive line too.
And there's already a lot of weapons, and now they got the protection he needs. And he can run.
I put him way up there. I
wanted to. My list probably isn't totally accurate to myself.
It's whatever you're feeling though, there's no wrong answers. So I've actually got at 19 an emerging tight end, I think a budding superstar in the NFL, TJ Hawkinson, tight end out of Detroit. I've been studying the NFL draft and players since 2011, maybe 12, and Hawkinson was my highest overall, like, because he can block, he can catch, he can do it all. Highest rated tight end I've ever evaluated, and that showed last year. He was, I believe, fourth or fifth highest receiving yards last season, and he's only going to get better because he's a young guy still. So I like him a lot. He's rocking the man bun, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's cool.
That's why he's a little lower than he should be. But
Yeah, he got ripped this offseason too. I saw
yeah,
pictures of him recently, and I think he works really hard too, and I like that about a player. So
yeah, I like him a lot too. He's not on my list, but the FanDuel, for example, always tried to grab him last year. He was a good budget player, got
yeah,
decent points.
yeah, he's awesome, awesome player.
Um, so my number 18, I had Calvin Ridley,
Nice,
Atlanta
nice.
wide receiver.
Okay, nice, very nice. Yeah, I mean Julio's gone. He's the guy, you know.
That's what I figured,
So yeah.
and he's always been pretty solid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Um, I had Aaron Jones also in my top 20, and I felt like he was because now what's his name? Their backup running back there left. He's gonna be in the top 20 at the end of the season, but I forgot to mention him. Sorry. Um, I got Justin Jefferson, number 18, record-setting rookie year for a wide receiver, 1,400 receiving yards. I'm pissed because my Eagles shouldn't have taken him. They took Jalen Reagor instead. Yeah, Justin Jefferson. Him and Kirk Cousins are only going to get better together. So
Yep. And he had a great year. Kirk Cousins did last year.
yeah, yeah.
So my 17 now.
Yep.
I got Cam Akers, running back, LA Rams.
Nice. Okay. Nice. Very nice.
I think they're still going to be feeling out the quarterback situation, so they're going to be leaning on the running back a lot more, I think.
I think especially the first like 5-6 weeks of the season, they're going to go to the ground game a lot more, and they went to him a lot more last year towards the end of the season. He's a nice running back. I like him a lot.
And that's the new home to Stafford, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be a good.
Yeah, don't give him too much pressure to start off with. Just run a little bit more than usual. It's really his show in the backfield now too. So.
Yep.
Good pick. I've got Darren Waller, tight end out of I almost said Oakland, Las Vegas. The guy is just insane. He turned his career around completely, did a 180. Was the number 2 tight end last year, pretty much undisputably, because there was Kelsey and then there was him and then whoever else you want to name.
He's on my list here, not my main one, but I love him.
Yeah, he's great.
Solid.
Great. He snags a ton of touchdowns, got great length, big red zone target. So he's my 17.
And I think the Raiders were the first ones to beat the Chiefs last year, weren't they?
Yeah.
And he had a great game.
He did. I think he had like 2 touchdowns over 100 yards or something.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yep.
My number 16, Antonio Gibson, Washington running back.
Oh wow, nice.
I don't know. They're still kind of in the same boat. Fitzpatrick's a new quarterback for them.
Right.
They'll be getting their kinks out. Fitzmagic, he's gonna. I don't know. I feel like he could do well for them.
Yeah. I think Antonio Gibson, he was a guy that heading into last year, they had Adrian Peterson also. So they were like, how much carries is Antonio Gibson going to get towards the end of the season? Well, I think they traded Peterson like a couple of weeks before the season actually started because they liked Gibson so much. I think he missed a couple games, but he had a really great season, and he pretty much did exactly what the game plan for him, which is to be a receiving threat also. So he could get 60 catches this year too. So great fantasy value. Number 16, I've got Calvin Ridley. He had an awesome year last season. He's only going to get better, like we said. He's really the number 1 undisputed target in Atlanta right now. Kyle Pitts will help out. The only reason I put him at 16, I want to put him higher, but it's a little easier to game plan against them now without Julio Jones. They can, bring help with the safety over the top too. But then you got to worry about Pitts, so it's a little give and take. So
Yeah.
he's my 16.
My 15, DK Metcalf, Seattle wide receiver. I'm still kind of iffy with Russell Wilson. I heard he had a little drama about trying to leave the team too.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just everyone hopping on this train, but he was a great fantasy player last year. I think he's going to continue to put up numbers again this year.
Yeah, I think he's basically like the premier number one wide receiver. You head into this year and you look at the list of receivers and you're like, there's no like real clear cut one. I think next year and the year after that, it's going to be DK Metcalf. This year, you can make the argument for several guys, including DK Metcalf. But I think he's got another year to like prove it still.
Yeah, dude's a beast.
Yeah, it was only his second year last year, so he's just going to get better and better and better.
Yep.
So I've got, let's see, he was your 16 or 15?
That was my 15.
Okay, so I've got Stefon Diggs for 15. Just a connection with Josh Allen. He was so hungry last year. Like, he really wanted to prove, like, I'm a number one. I'm the best receiver in the NFL. He just, like, it's hard to follow that up with a really good season again, but I think he can do it.
Yeah, I think he's on my list. I had him a lot higher just because I hold favoritism, but
yeah,
I don't know. They got great chemistry over in Buffalo right now. Like, I just think they're going to get better.
Yeah.
My number 14 is DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay, nice.
Another wide receiver.
Yep.
I'm iffy on putting him there, honestly.
Right.
He's getting a little older.
Yeah, I mean, he's still consistent, though. I was looking up earlier, too. I was looking him up earlier. He just turned 29, which I was a little surprised. He's been in the league. I think this is his 7th year. And I feel like he's older, but he's not. He's as consistent as yeah, no, he's as consistent gets, too. With AJ Green now in Arizona, not that he's great anymore. That's gonna, help out him and take away a little bit of attention away from Hopkins as well, too.
Yep.
Yeah, so I've got number 14. I've got Austin Eckler from the Chargers. I was gonna say San Diego Chargers, Los Angeles Chargers. Jeez, yeah. Say how old you are without saying how old you are. Yeah. So 2 years ago, I believe it was 80 something catches. Last year was really his first year ever getting hurt. He's got, I think the sky's the limit because it's his backfield and primarily his. He can get 30 touches a game this year. I think he's going to have 1,000-yard rushing season and he's going to have 80 plus catches too. Very similar to a Kamara. He's a very smart player, very dedicated player. I think he's on the rise.
Yep. They got 13 now. Davante Adams, Green Bay wide receiver. Another
him out. Oh shit.
I love this guy. Puts up a ton of points. I was unfortunate last season and didn't get him on my fantasy team. He killed me every week I played him. I probably would have put him higher if it wasn't for the Aaron Rodgers situation. I feel like he's going to stay on Green Bay, but he's probably not going to perform as well because he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, I feel so dumb for not putting him in my top 20 now. But if Rodgers isn't there, then he might not be a top 20 guy.
Yeah, that's another reason I'm iffy on.
Yeah. I've got Josh Allen number 13. Because I feel like he had an MVP type season last year. They added a few more pieces, and I feel like he's going to stay on that same path. I don't think he's going to get way better. I think he'll stay at about the same level. But I mean, that was still an MVP.
He's on a steady climb. Like he's definitely.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the most growing players, like statistically in the NFL still.
Yeah. So out of Green Bay on my 12, I got Aaron Jones, running back.
Okay. Yeah, it's his
again,
show now. I mean, I can't remember the guy's name that left, and it's bugging me. But it was a lot of 1-2. They still got AJ Dillon, who's going to get some touches, but it's really Aaron Jones' show.
Yeah. Yeah, and if Aaron Rodgers actually does leave, it's going to be the Aaron Jones show.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got DeAndre Hopkins as my number 12. We talked about him. Steady Eddie. I mean, he doesn't get much better than him. So, as far as consistency anyway.
My number 11 is Austin Eckler.
Nice.
Really, you can't go wrong with him. Any place in the pick you get in your fantasy league at home, grab him and you're good to go. You're going to get some good points off this guy.
I like his celebration. He does the guitar thing in the end zone. He shreds. Number 11, I've got Tyreek Hill from the Chiefs. I think he's poised for another big season with Kansas City coming back. I wouldn't be surprised if they win first 10 games of their season. They're going to come back pissed.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So.
We're on 10 now. We got John Taylor,
nice.
Colts running back.
Nice, very nice.
Philip Rivers retired. I'm honestly not sure what their quarterback situation is right now.
Oh, remember they got Wentz.
Oh, fuck, that's right.
Yeah. So it'll be a very similar situation again because they're getting familiar with their quarterbacks still. And Jonathan Taylor it was 1,200 rushing yards last year as a rookie.
Yep.
He was basically a lock to be, just a great running back in the NFL coming out of Wisconsin, coming off of 3 straight 1,000 rushing yard seasons, 2,000 rushing yards 2 years ago at Wisconsin. So great pick. I've got Lamar Jackson at number 9, actually. Oh, shit. I skipped one pick. Just kidding. I got DK Metcalf.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I got DK at number 10, actually, because he's the guy in Seattle. They've got Lockett as well, but I think, I said, DK is going to be the guy. He reminds me of Megatron so much. When he came out of college, especially like the pics where it showed him with a 6-pack, and then he ran like a 4.3 40. I'm like, okay, this guy slipped to round 2. How the hell does that happen with a guy that size, that speed?
He's a freight train.
He's a freak. He's an absolute freak. So, I mean, maybe he had a few injuries at Ole Miss, but I think he's like the up-and-coming guy. So that's my number 10.
It's such a weird season, too, just between this year and last year. Quarterbacks retiring, the drama with Aaron Rodgers, COVID, all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
My number 9, the hot Chubb time machine, Nick Chubb.
Nice.
I kind of debated on dropping him a bit lower, but he's a solid running back.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't get much more consistent than Nick Chubb, honestly. So I left out Ezekiel Elliott because he had a kind of a bad season last year. And I don't think he's going to get any better, honestly. Like, I don't know. They relied on him. Maybe it was because Dak Prescott was out. Maybe they relied on him a little too much.
That's kind of how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah, I'm also an Eagles fan, so. But let's see, who do I got next? I got Lamar Jackson, and I think simply for the fact that he gets it done on the ground too. Not only does he get passing touchdowns for fantasy purposes, but he'll get close to, if not over 1,000 rushing yards too. So imagine a running back that gets 1,000 yards and also throws 25 touchdowns. That's a no-brainer for me.
My number 8 is Stephon Diggs.
Nice.
I think he's going to have a great season this year. Now they have a lot more of the offensive line picked up through the draft this year. They got edge rushers and all that good stuff. The whole team is solid this year. I'm really excited.
Yeah, and that makes it easier for everyone when the whole team is good.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I've got let's see, Alvin Kamara at my number 8 spot. 4 straight seasons, his first 4 seasons in the NFL, over 80 receptions.
Solid.
That alone, puts him in top 10 territory. He had 932 rush yards last year. He missed a couple games. But they're really figuring it out. I mean, especially when Drew Brees was falling apart at the end. However,
And
he had 16 rushing touchdowns last year.
yeah,
It
that's
was really
crazy.
just like he vultured goal line touches, I feel like, but it worked out for him.
Yeah. My number 7 probably get some shit for this one. Christian McCaffrey.
Okay.
I know a lot of people are going to be grabbing him first round, first pick. I'm just not sure about how he's going to be this year after that injury. I know it's on. I think it's a high ankle sprain, but
Yeah,
still, you miss a whole season.
that's
I
tough.
just
That's tough. Yeah.
he's either going to do fucking amazing or I don't. He might not deserve to be 7th. He's one or the other.
Right. I just go back and forth on him. I'll get into him later. Um Saquon Barkley I've got at number 7 actually.
Fuck, I forgot him too.
Oh really? That's okay because he had a torn ACL last year, so it's tough to judge him, but I feel like he's gonna come back strong. It's just tough to tell off of a torn ACL. 2 years
Yeah,
ago, he missed 3 games and only had 1,000 rushing yards. The line wasn't great though. But I think he's going to come back and you'll see Saquon in his old form.
yeah.
That's my number 7.
Fuck. Yeah, some of these guys I wanted to put on the list. I got Julio Jones on the side here, AJ
Yeah,
Brown,
there's a
but I'm
lot.
just not sure. But so my number 6, anyways, is Travis Kelce, tight end from Kansas City. I love him as a tight end.
Right.
I thought you lost service there for a
Where the
second.
fuck is Travis Kelce on my list? I had him on my list. I remember putting him on my list. I must have replaced him with someone. God damn it.
He is probably one of the top 3, if not the top tight end. I know Darren Waller's right up there. George Kittle's up there. He does a lot of work for a tight end as far as offensive
Oh,
getting
he's
points.
incredible. He's
Yeah,
by far the best tight end right now. I'm
yeah,
just pissed. I would have put him in like 6th or 7th overall though, because he
yeah.
does so much.
Yep.
Pretend I put him in and take Keenan Allen out of 20, I
6.5.
guess. Yeah, 6.5. I've got Jonathan Taylor at my number 6. 1,169 rushing yards as a rookie, 5.0 average, 11 touchdowns on the ground. With 299 receiving yards, he's only going to get better, as we
Yep.
discussed. And the best offensive line in the NFL, arguably, too, is in front of him. So,
We're in top 5 here now.
yeah.
I got Tyreek Hill as my. It's guy is a freaking cheetah.
Yes, the cheetah.
He literally is. He is fast as hell. He's fast as fuck, boy. Um, I'm really not a huge Chiefs fan, honestly. I'm a Bills fan. I want to see them take the East again and go through the Super Bowl and maybe win one. But anyways, Tyreek Hill is a threat. Any
Yeah.
team, it's tough to lock him down. They can't cover him.
I think him and Mahomes and Kelce, they're due for a huge season. And that kind of transitions me into my number 5, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have 50 passing touchdowns, to be honest. I think he's going to come out pissed because he got hurt, because he didn't play the way he wanted to in the Super Bowl because of it. They've got that line like we discussed now, which is top 5 in the NFL easily now, especially after trading for Orlando Brown Jr. from the Baltimore Ravens, who's a top
Yeah.
5 left tackle in the NFL. They basically gave not too much up for him either. But anyway, yeah, I got Mahomes at 5.
Yeah, he's a great 5th pick. really, as a quarterback too, he's not afraid to run it. He can run it. You're going to get running yards off of him, or points. You're going to get passing points off of him.
Yep.
Obviously, all the touchdowns. My number 4 is Ezekiel Elliott.
Okay.
I,
Okay.
that's a big if, though. Like we talked about earlier, Dak Prescott got fucked up last year.
Right.
And I think that was a big part of why he didn't do so well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a firm believer that team chemistry is a huge, important thing. And you take away the leader, cut off the head of the snake kind of thing. I don't know. He has had amazing seasons, and I'm hoping he'll come back strong.
Yeah, I feel like they should have improved that offensive line a little more this offseason.
Yeah, for sure.
They really didn't, but we'll see what happens. I think if he stays healthy, he's due for a 1,200 rushing yard season, though.
Yeah, he's got to make up for last year.
Yeah, and I've got Nick Chubb at number 4. I feel like people just overlook him so much. I feel like every year, with Kareem Hunt, I don't feel like it takes away value. I feel like it adds value to Nick Chubb because especially when they run both of them split back in the backfield, they don't know what to expect. He had 12 rushing touchdowns last year, a little over 1,000 rush yards on only 190 attempts. He had a 5.6 average yards per carry. He still hit over 1,000 yards and he missed 4 games last year.
Yeah, that's
Um,
impressive.
yeah, and he doesn't get hurt much, which is incredible after watching the gruesome knee injury he had in college. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Oh my God. Look it up if you want sometime, but whoa. If you look at that and look at the career he's had, the guy I just have a soft spot for him just because like what it takes to overcome that and then become what he has in the NFL, which is a top 5 running back.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think he's going to be a top 5 guy this year. Even with Hunt, the Chunt, they called it Hunt, and that's the worst nickname ever, but the best nickname ever.
It's just borderline offensive.
Yeah, right.
One letter away.
Yeah, right.
Oh, so my number 3 is actually Elvin Kamara. No Drew Brees this year.
Yeah, yeah.
Who you turning to?
I feel like it's gonna be Winston. I feel like for the most part, and if not, it's gonna be week 5 when it's him. But it's gonna be a lot of checkdowns to Alvin Kamara. He's gonna be the safety valve.
Yeah,
So,
dude is reliable as hell.
oh yeah, yep.
I don't remember many games where he didn't score double digit points in fantasy last year.
He's a fantasy football freak. Honestly, he always has been. He always will be. I've got Delvin Cook for number 3. Actually, I was debating a number 2, even number 1 for him. He's another guy that's super steady. If you look at his career, he's been nothing but consistent. He had, let's see, 1,557 rush yards last year, 16 touchdowns. Not only that, but 44 catches for 361 yards. He's a good receiver out of the backfield, too. He'll miss a couple games, but as long as it's not at the end of your season, it's all good.
Yeah.
So he's my 3, yeah.
That's your 3?
Yeah.
My 2 is Derrick Henry.
Nice, me too.
Fucking love him. I mean, I got a little pissed when he stiff armed who was it? Someone from the Bills. I don't even remember who it was.
Josh Norman, yeah.
I was like, God damn it.
If anyone deserves it, it's Josh Norman, though.
Yeah, for sure. But Derrick Henry is such a tank. Like
he really is. Yeah,
that he just runs through. Like he's one of the guys that can run through the defense and actually get somewhere with it.
He is 6'3", 247. I mean, he's just a monster of a man.
He didn't have as great a year last year as I expected him to, but I think he'll do even better this year. I mean, he had a good
2,000 rush yards.
I thought he would do better.
Yeah, the way he plays. Yeah, seriously.
He's it's like obviously it's still good, but I don't know. He's great.
The only concerns I have with him is he has had almost, what is it? Let's see, almost 700 carries the last 2 seasons. He's starting to get a lot of miles on him. He's going to be 27, which isn't super old, but when he's given
considering
the
the
ball so much,
mileage.
usually it's like November, December, though. I heard a stat last year that blew my fucking mind. It was like he has the most yards in December of any NFL player in like NFL history or something. And he's been playing like the last 5 years. Most of it comes in November, December. So he kind of heats up as the season goes on. So if you draft Derrick Henry, be patient with him. You know, don't
Yeah.
expect him to pop off the first 5 weeks.
He is. So I don't know. They got Julio Jones now, so they got some more in AJ Brown still.
Yeah, more options to go to.
Yeah, so that could be good for Derrick Henry, not as far as points go, but relieving him of the mileage.
That's true. Yeah, I think he'll get like 300 carries this year. I don't think he had 378 last year. That's fucking crazy.
Pretty, yeah.
He had 17 rushing touchdowns in 16 games. I mean, the guy was just a beast.
Yeah.
So he's my number 2. He's near your number 2 as well. My number 1 is Christian McCaffrey, and it's so funny because we've talked about this in the stream where I played Left 4 Dead, and I'm like, I don't know, and I thought a bit more about it, and you made a good point that it was just a high ankle sprain. He would have been ready if they made the playoffs, and I think it was like if they went deep in the playoffs. But the guy, he just got paid, which is always suspect. But the guy has a really good work ethic. He works super hard. I think he's going to come back stronger than ever. If you look at the season he had, what was it, 2 years ago? I think this guy is going to come back to full strength. He had 1,387 rush yards. Not only that, though, it's this 116 receptions, 1,005 yards receiving.
As a running back.
That's insanity to me. If he can even sniff that territory again, he's going to be easily the best player in fantasy football this year.
Yeah, I hope he comes back. He's a lot of fun to watch play too.
He literally broke fantasy football 2 years ago. And he's still only 25, so.
I was just a little concerned and confused. Like, I'm not too medically inclined, I guess, but I didn't think he needed that much time for a high ankle sprain. But
sometimes it lingers like 8 to 10 weeks, though. I remember I had Matt Forte, same deal with him.
Yep.
Way back in the day.
So my number 1 is Dalvin Cook.
Nice.
We just talked about him too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great back, and I think he's due for another top 5 finish.
Yeah. He
Nice.
had a great season last year, fantasy wise, and really the Vikings didn't do terrible, like for being the Vikings.
Right. Yeah. They had a good season.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, that's our top 20. I think it took us a little longer than I expected, but that's okay. It always does. Everything on this does. So that's our fantasy football top 20. Next topic, we'll get into stocks.
Good old stocks.
So what have you done as far as research and everything up to this point? Because I know you said you've delved into it a little bit more.
So right now, for clarification purposes, I'm a complete fucking beginner. I've looked into Acorn, which I think I'm gonna be doing that. They round up your purchases or something, and they invest for you.
Okay.
You talked me into the Cash App, which is what I'm gonna probably be using. I got a buddy that was talking me into Webull or something it was called, but Cash App is like, especially from what I'm reading, the way to go for beginners. You can invest like part of a stock. I don't remember what the terminology is.
Yep. Yeah, you could do 5, 10, 20, 25 bucks, whatever you want to do, whatever denomination, no matter if the stock is $5 a share, 35 bucks a share. So if you buy 25 bucks of it, it like says whatever that
says what? You kind of cut out there in the audio.
Oh, my bad. One sec. Okay. Yeah, sorry. So so it would be like 0.8 stocks if you buy 25 of 35 or whatever the math turns out to be. So yeah, like so my background anyway too. I'm fairly new to it. I've only been doing it for a few months, but my buddy Tim Japp, he got me into it, and he's been doing it for a little bit, a little over a year. But the thing that started it was the whole GameStop Reddit craze, and then that kind of blossomed into something else, which turned into something else. He really tells me like what stocks to get because it's you have to look at like upcoming technologies and what
Yeah.
we're going to be doing in the future, and I feel like that also helps too. Very long-term stocks I have as well, but I've seen small gains thus far for only a few weeks, so I'm doing fairly well. I've invested $110 right now. I'm up to like 155 in all of them. So I've gained roughly $45. It's small money, but you know what? If the
Heads
stock
up.
booms, then cool. If not, I could just, sell when it gets back to my value that I bought it for. No harm, no foul.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a good thing to get into. It's like a side hustle kind of to
Yeah.
get a little extra cash.
Yep.
Um,
My mom's been getting into it too, actually, and I was
oh really?
surprised. Yeah, we're talking about the AMC stock today because we went out for her birthday today to Dinosaur Barbecue. And she was saying that she's like, "Do you have AMC still? Did you sell?" Because the other day it tanked to like $38 a share, and then at the end of the day it ended up at like $55 a share. I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I was like, "No, I held on." And she was like, "Good," because I did too. And she has 5 stocks. I only have one. I bought it for $10. It's up to $53 a share right now, though.
Yeah.
And she's got like a $250 gain. I've only got like a $43 gain, but still, it's great. It was
Yeah.
only $10 I put into it.
Yep.
So, you're always seeing things hindsight when you bet things like that. I should have bought 3 or 4 shares.
I should have
Uh,
bought Bitcoin.
right? Yeah, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Um, Dogecoin is not on the Cash App. I would have bought it in February when I found out about it, but whatever.
So I found a list online. It did not write the website, but top 15 stocks for beginners.
Okay. Just want to reel
Uh,
them off real quick then.
yeah, I'll just read through them. We got starting at number one, Amazon, Alphabet, which is Google,
Hmm.
Apple, Costco, Disney, Facebook, MasterCard, Microsoft, Netflix, Nike, Pinterest, Shopify, Spotify, Teladoc, and Tesla.
Tesla's a good one. It's a little expensive right now though.
Yeah,
AMC was like a Reddit one. However, I actually feel like that's a genuine one because these theaters are going to open back up and they are opening back up. And I feel like AMC before this pandemic was opening up more and more and more, and they were getting bigger and bigger with their theaters. So,
yeah, the one around here, they just upgraded. The place is fucking amazing. I
oh,
love it.
really? Nice. I didn't
Yeah,
know
they
they
got
had one down
heated
there.
reclining seats.
Yeah, I've been to. Oh, is that the one? No, I went to the one near Tioga.
Oh,
But yeah, we same deal. I mean, the places are immaculate. So, and then Virgin Galactic. Do you know Virgin Airlines or whatever? The guy that owns it is like super freaking rich. So they basically, to make a long story short, is they have these space shuttles that they've been launching off, testing. They're getting into I guess vacationing. It's insane, but it's a future of vacationing basically for rich people right now. But basically you go off into a shuttle and you go into the Earth's atmosphere and view the Earth and have a vacation while doing it. And it's like a hotel in the shuttle, I guess. And
that's
it's like it's insane. Like what?
it's going to be a National Lampoon out in space.
Yeah, so like they did 3 test runs for it to make sure it was good and they all went successfully, and after that it boomed. It went up like $6 or $7 that day, which is a lot for a stock that was $25. So
So
it's already up to like 33. I bought it a share for 25. So
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been looking into a lot of alternate green energy sources and medical things and any technological advancing type companies I could look into. I'm probably going to be investing in. I found a few that are reasonably priced stocks right now. I could probably buy out of my next paycheck a couple stocks each.
Yeah, Microvision was one last time I checked. It's like autonomous driving, self-driving things, and that's only going to get more and more popular, let's face it, whether we like it or not.
Walmart's got
Virgin,
them.
what's that?
Walmart's got them automated floor cleaners.
Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah, Virgin Galactic was one that my buddy Tim told me about. I'm like, okay, I'll buy. You say I buy it. If it's not crazy. But yeah, so stonks. Who would have thought we'd be talking about stonks? It's fun though.
Yeah,
All right, so the next one, we'll just get right to it. E3 occurred over the last couple days, right? They had their conference.
started yesterday officially. There's some other stuff going on too, though, nerd wise, but be going on till the 15th.
Okay, so it just started. There may be more announcements in the coming days, so I hope not for the sake of this podcast. We'll just kind
As of
reel off
Sunday,
what
we're
we've
just
seen
going
thus
over it.
far. Yeah, as of Sunday at 8:32 p.m. So if you just want to kind of just say what you're looking forward to from the announcements.
So there's 5 games that they've released information on or trailers or whatever that I'm really excited for. Number 5, worked my way to 1. Rainbow Six Extraction. Did you see that one at all?
That, yep.
So,
I've heard Rainbow Six is great. So
I play the shit out of Wildlands and the
Siege.
what is it?
Rainbow
not
Six
Siege.
Siege. No.
There's another one, Tom. The one where they're in the city and it's all like locked down and shit.
Okay. Oh, I remember that one. I can't remember the name of it though. Yeah, I know what one you're talking about though, because I remember they're in the buildings and yeah.
And they just had a second one they released a couple years ago. But anyways, this one it looks like some weird alien virus or some shit. I'm really excited for it. It's like a different take on it. The gameplay
cool.
for their games are already good.
Mm-hmm.
But then my number 4, Halo Infinite, was a little iffy on putting this on the list because I haven't really cared for Halo since Halo 2.
Right.
Number 3, I got Pokemon Arceus. If I pronounce that right. So it's going to be a role-playing type of Pokemon, like you open world and shit.
Oh, nice.
From what I'm understanding, you're going to go to multiple regions instead of like just one region at a time per game.
Okay.
So I thought it would be badass if they just took the Skyrim engine and made a Pokemon game like that.
Right. Yeah.
That'd be badass. My number 2 is Back 4 Blood. We talk about that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 1, I know a lot of people have been looking at it for a long time. Elden Ring.
What's that? I think I saw something about it. I can't remember what it is. Is it like an Elder Scrolls thing?
No, it's From Software that they make Dark Souls and Bloodborne.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hard as fuck games.
Yeah, they are.
What they got the help of George R.R. Martin, and I think it's going to be amazing. I love Bloodborne. I actually got pretty decent at it. Not professional or nothing.
Very highly rated game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely Back 4 Blood. I'm very particular about games. I'm very picky. I only want to play them if it makes it worth my time, especially now with the young one. Back 4 Blood. That's something I'll be getting October 12th, I believe, and then the beta officially got announced to come out on August 12th.
Yeah.
Cross-platform as well, which I'm really excited about. Yeah. And it's the alpha, I think they called it actually. And so basically they came out with a few more gameplay footages to a lot of cutscene things, but it just gets you so pumped for it. And then Dying Light, I feel like was an incredibly good game, but it came out, I feel like, at the wrong time because it was like shortly after Grand Theft Auto 5. And then there was another big title that came out right around the same time. So it kind of got put on the back shelf a little bit. But great game. I'm not sure if you ever played it, but
I played the first one. It was pretty good.
yeah, so
A
zombies
lot of
come out
fun.
at night. There's all these different weapons that you pick up, and like you can like it's cool how they're fashioned. It's like real
Yeah,
life. Like if
role
you were to
playing element
actually, yeah, like put a street sign onto a bat or something, or like put nails through a bat. That's actually like,
and parkour.
yeah, and parkour. Great. Parkour. Um yeah. So and then I saw the new weapons for Dying Light 2. They've been working on Dying Light 2 for a while now, by the way. And they've been announcing it very slowly. They still didn't have a release date, and now they finally do. I believe it said December 12th, I want to say, early December. But super pumped for that game. And then their DLCs for Dying Light 1 were really good too. I
I
saw
didn't
one
get
of
any
the,
of them.
yeah, they're awesome. And then they have like a new area that you could play on with cars and stuff. Um, and one of the new weapons I saw in the trailer for Dying Light 2 was like a pole with like a street sign that was like it was like uh cut in half, so it's like sharp. It's
Oh,
just
like
like
an
the
axe.
jankiest looking like weapon, but I feel like that's what you would really see though too at the same
Yeah,
time. But yeah, I'm very pumped for those two games in particular. There's big titles coming out like Halo Infinite, for the community that's played Halo, which is a lot of people out there.
yeah.
So big weekend for E3, and I hope there's going to be something that Rockstar announces. I'm not
Yeah.
looking for anything. The last 4 years, I've been looking for GTA 6. It's not coming. We'll see what happens, but I don't really expect anything, to be honest. Um,
Um,
yeah. What's that?
what you were saying about Dying Light being shadowed by Grand Theft Auto and shit reminded me of uh, Overwatch when that came out.
Yeah.
Obviously, extremely popular game. Battleborn came out. Did you ever hear or play that game?
No, no.
I love that game. My wife and I played the shit out of it. It needed a little work, but it just didn't catch on at all. No fan base like I was hoping it would get. They actually just turned the servers off of that like within the last year. I got a game that's worth nothing, and I can't even play it at all.
Oh, God. That's annoying. Yeah, it came out just after let's see. Yeah, it says just about a year after Grand Theft Auto 5 came out.
Yep.
But it came like during this cluster. It's just sometimes when games come out, it's just the wrong time for them, and it's
Yeah.
just so unfortunate. But
Yep.
yeah, very excited for some of these titles. And then we can wrap it up if you want to get into if you have any, like upcoming plans for your smoker, if what you have, what you've kind of gathered thus far for your project, and I'll add
Um,
pictures too to this.
yeah. So no materials yet. I just what I sent you today. I drew that up today. I've been kind of poking around for a cheap saucer shaped grill. I'm gonna tear it apart and
Mhm.
build it into my smoker. Gonna
Nice.
do nice little patio project. Not really a whole lot right now, but I'll be recording that so you guys can see it.
Yeah, that's going to be something just kind of to look out for you guys in the future, though. I think it's going to be a great project, big time dad project, though. To build a smoker from scratch doesn't get much better than that. I'm jealous as hell, honestly. I got a smoker, but I would love to do that on my own. I'm telling you though, I think you could find bricks, even if you got to drive a few hours for it. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
on Facebook Marketplace, people sell bricks and stone for free. It's crazy. I got
Well,
bricks out back, about 100. I don't know how much you need, but let me know. I
yeah,
just
I gotta
got
do some
because
math
I
and
got a patio out back, and there's just spares that they didn't need, I guess. So let me know though.
if it goes well, maybe I'll come over and help you build one.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with that at all. Yeah, so do you just want to kind of go over we have a rough plan for something else too. It's a giveaway of sorts.
The golden ticket.
Yeah, the golden ticket. I'll post that pic too, by the way. And yeah, so we have kind of a rough plan for it right now. So if
We
you
gotta
get
work
in,
out the numbers.
yeah, so rough idea of it though is if you like the post, share it, and then follow our page, all three, you're entered to win. Are we going to do a Rad Dad shirt and then like a Hog Wild Art shirt as well, or what?
Well, I was thinking I'll do commissions for the winners of the first round.
Okay.
All the winners of the first round are entered in for the T-shirt for Rad Dad.
Hmm.
Or we
Yeah.
could do T-shirts all around.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down for whatever. We'll figure it out a little bit more as we get more of a following too. But the idea is to also get more of a following as well through this. Not that I have a problem with how much we have for followers, but it only helps your brand, helps our brand. It's a win-win for everyone involved. So yeah, that'll be real fun. We want to give away free shirts. A while ago, like I was saying, I wanted to give a free shirt away for my 100th follower. We're almost to 70 now, and that was a year ago. So we're getting there slowly but surely. We've picked up a few followers over the last week, so I'm very happy with the progress we've made, especially with Hoops joining on and his dedication to the page. So I only appreciate what you're doing for my page, and I just want to help you out as well with yours. So yeah, big things coming up for the page and your page as well. So yeah.
You guys drop some comments or questions, anything you want down there.
Yeah, suggestions. Yeah. We're also going to be doing I don't know, still at this point, I would like to do a live stream on Father's Day on the 20th. I was going to say we can smoke some things, but that's an 8-hour process for some things. But maybe towards the end of the smoke, I will put together a recipe of mine, and then Hoops, you can do a recipe of yours as well. Just do like a 20-30 minute stream of like, what we do with it, what the recipe is, and kind of how we make it, barbecue side dishes basically. So that'd probably be easier.
Yeah, I have to break out the Blackstone unless I can pull a miracle with my smoke pit.
Yeah, right. So yeah, the dad stream. Keep an eye out for that as well. So
don't cross the dad streams.
Oh, God. All right. Well, do you got anything else, or we pretty much covered everything, right?
Yeah, that's good. Who kills it?
All right. Sweet, man.
Fucking
Well,
dead.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. Make sure you follow us on all social media at Rad Dad Pod, as well as Josh's page. Does great work with his art at Hog Wild Art. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.
With